Hello, my name is Lola Singer. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm posting this video to let the people who've been watching my videos lately know that I'm doing okay. I'm doing better. I'm doing all right. I've had to work through a lot of emotions related to the death of my mother who died about a year ago. And I shared with you that I was surprised that I was still feeling residual heavy sorrow related to her passing that I have actively been working on to release in the last couple weeks. And today I did a tarot reading. Some of you know I'm a light language singer and speaker, so I'm able to channel vibrations from my higher self, sing, translate those vibrations into song, and then kind of heal other people and myself with that, with the voice. So I have been doing that. I've been doing a lot of meditating. I just actually finished a meditation that was pretty deep here, and I'm going to go into a little bit about that in just a minute. And I guess what I want to express today is, first of all, thank you for those who supported me while I was dealing with some sorrow that I thought I had worked through, but also to talk about emotions in general and shifting them. So when I did my meditation today, I focused on something I saw in my tarot reading for myself today, which was that I still had a lot of emotions that were not moving forward. So when I meditated just now, I set the intention of releasing more sorrow. And then I discovered by asking myself, and you can meditate however you want to, but sometimes I end up asking myself questions and getting answers. It wasn't that I'm working through the sorrow anymore, I'm working through anger. So I asked myself why I was angry, and I did do some talking in light language to help release the anger. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because when our emotions get stuck or stagnant, they affect us so much because they have to move forward. And that's why in tarot, emotions are represented by water, the cups. And if water's moving and water's flowing, it's clear, it's not muddy, everything's nice, there's no stagnation, there's nothing rotting, But if you leave a bowl of water out and you don't do anything with it and you leave it alone for several weeks, it's going to get rotten and stagnate. Same kind of idea, that's called putrefaction. And we need to putrefy our feelings to move them forward. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just acknowledge the feelings and saying, okay, you're not serving me anymore. It's time for you to die so you can move into something new. And that's all it is. Replacing the old emotions, working with them, acknowledging them, and then moving them forward so that you can create a new emotion, happiness, or in the cards there's something called luxury, for example. So that's what I did today, and I wanted to let you know you can do that too. So I have a similar story. I am also a Reiki master, and I went to a really special Reiki session last week, which was sound healing combined with Reiki. And some of you who've gone to my Google Hangout, Sonic Adventures with Lola and Lily, Light Language from Across the Globe, some of you who've seen that have met my friend Golden Sun Wolf, who is a shaman who has Native American drums. So for this particular sound healing, he played drums and I sang in light language. And when it was my turn to be on the table, and it was a big group of people there, when it was my turn to be on the table and a few people were working on me, I was talking about how I felt like I was really heavy and I was wearing heavy clothes, really heavy clothes. And it was like, why? I feel like I can't get these clothes off me. I'm trying to remove them. I'm trying to get them off and they're so heavy. So the people who were working with me on my table went, yes, I feel them too. I can feel it. There's something really faint. Go, it's heavier in the bottom at the top. So they worked on visualizing removing these clothes and helping me become free. And then while I was on the table, I had a vision. And it was a vision of an Eskimo in those kind of clothes, those really heavy seal skins, weighing down. He was just on a vast sheet of ice alone, desolate, isolated, and I could feel those heavy clothes and the mucklucks and the sealskin, and it was just weighing me down. So as I was being worked on, um, one of the people who was working with me named Lori said, please just visualize rainbow colors going through your body. And I thought about that and went, that's perfect, because we have the ability to use these visions and shift and change them. That's what makes humans amazing. So when I was seeing this vision, I knew he was angry. I knew he was isolated. I got the sense he was looking for someone that he never found. He was searching for someone. So I imagined that the northern lights were behind him, because I know some people suggest if you're dealing with, and I'm sure this was a past life I was working with here. When you're working with past lives and the feelings associated with them, you can send that energy to like a golden orb and say, oh, okay, there are things over there, there's people over there, please go to the golden orb or the white light. And I knew for this Eskimo, the northern lights was what was going to be important. So I imagined the northern lights behind him, and I told him, the people you're looking for, they're over there. And I pointed to the corner where the northern lights were. And then before he looked, he challenged me. He went like this. He had a harpoon. And you know how Polynesian dancers or Maori dancers, they kind of shout and they go, ah, like that. So he stomped and he went, ah, and he challenged me. And I said, no, really, they're up there. They're looking for you. Turn around. And he turned around, and immediately he put his harpoon down and he just started running with it in his hands. So I watched him from the back moving toward those northern lights. It was great. It was like watching, really like watching an Eskimo run, because you have to lift your legs really high in the snow, and he was kind of doing it like that. So I'm bringing this to you to let you know that you can use the power of your imagination to help you shift forward emotions and feelings. And like I did, I felt the heaviness. I was translating it into clothing. I felt the anger that he was feeling, and it needed to shift. So sending him to to the light, sending him to the light that he recognized did the trick, with the assistance of the people who were doing Reiki on me. So I'm so thankful. So the reason I'm bringing this up is I thought I had worked through a lot of anger with that particular scenario. But then when I meditated today, I realized there was more anger to work through. And that's what I just did. I kind of I went deep in. I thought, how can I process this anger? And I sang it out. So singing, vibration, clapping, whatever works for you. I am posting this video to let you know that you are very empowered, and you can work with your emotions that way. And even when we feel like we're working with a past life, and my contention is that, we didn't actually live these lives, but our souls did. And when the soul finds a vehicle like you, who is able to take these past lives and the pain, transmute it into something else, like I did in that story I just told you, then the soul will keep feeding you these past lives to process, because the people in the soul's lineage prior to you weren't able to process it. When the soul finds that you can, it will keep feeding you and help to release the karma, release the karma, release the karma. So that's my own unique perspective, and you can have any perspective you want about past lives, releasing karma, but you are able to use your imagination to shift emotions. So I just wanted to celebrate that and tell you that's what I did. I'm feeling much better this week. I found out through my meditation today, I've worked through sorrow. Now I'm working through anger. That's okay. Anger is part of being human. It's how you use it that's what counts. And I'm using it in a productive way. I'm working with it and I'm shifting it and transmuting it. You can do that too. So I would like to sing a song about releasing anger, because I think that it's something that we all deal with in our current lives. And if you're starting to do things like what happened with me with the Reiki group, where I saw that Eskimo who was so angry because he was by himself and could not find his family, then you can actually transmute that anger too. So this is a song in light language about working with anger, recognizing it, shifting it and transmuting it, releasing it to where it needs to go so that it can grow into something new, like the water I talked about earlier, not stagnant, but moving, so that you're using your anger in a productive way so it can transmute. I never know what my songs are going to sound like. With light language, it's all spontaneous and intuitive. So here we go, a song for releasing anger, using it in a way to transmute it. Okay, well, my impression of that was it started out strong, angry, and you can use anger as a catalyst for change. And I feel like that's what happened in that song. It did transmute. It transmuted into something soft and soaring and releasing. I feel better having sung it. I actually feel pretty calm now. And I appreciate anyone who watches the video and wants to give me any input on how it made them feel. But even if you don't share your input, please thank you for watching, and I hope it helps you to release as well. So there are no bad emotions. There are no bad emotions, but there are ways to transmute these emotions to make them more valuable to you so that the emotions are flowing and not stuck. So since I had the card today that showed me I was stuck, I use that to my advantage. That's what's nice about tarot. It creates an awareness. When you realize, oh, I've got stuck emotions, I'm going to work on them. That's exactly what I did today. So I hope this was helpful for you. You get another peek into my life, which is starting to become even more woo-woo by the minute. So I hope that this was something that was valuable for you and gives you some food for thought. And you can heal yourself. That's why Reiki's great. That's why using the tarot cards for self-awareness is great. That's why meditation is extremely valuable, because then you can start looking into yourself and say, okay, my emotions are stuck. Why is this? And then go with it. Find out what's going on. And once you understand what's going on, you can work on them. And that's how transmutation occurs, and that's how magic occurs. So I am doing better. I've worked through some sorrow. Now I've worked through some anger. I hope it helps you too. Bye-bye.